Hey everyone, Victoria here. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday afternoon or whatever time it is when you see this video. We just finished with a new moon in Aries, so that means the sun and the moon were in the same place, and when they in that same place, they start the new cycle of moving through all the signs as the moon does each month. So, it being in Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac, it's that self-starter, the passion, the desire to move forward, to start things, to get things moving. Looking at that, I'm going to be focusing on, in this reading that I'm going to be doing, how we can get those places in life where we're passionate about moving again. Maybe they have stopped moving, or maybe they have been moving, but not in the way that you want them to. So I just want to focus on that a little bit. Also, I want to read something to you that I just opened to. I have this lovely book called The Wisdom of Florence Shin. I've had it for a long time. But I just basically asked the question in my mind, what would be a good affirmation to share at this time? And the one that came up is, I am a perfect, non-resistant instrument for God to work through, and His perfect plan for me now comes to pass in a magical way. I'll read that again. I am a perfect, non-resistant instrument for God to work through, and His perfect plan for me now comes to pass in a magical way. And, you know, they always say everything in threes, right? So I invite you to say it with me this time. You can repeat it after me. Say it with me. I am a perfect, non-resistant instrument for God to work through, and His perfect plan for me now comes to pass in a magical way. When I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, that is the perfect affirmation for right now. This affirmation is there's 3 books in this big book. And this book, that out of the 4, 4 books. This book out of the 4 books is called Your Word is Your Wand. Your Word is Your Wand. So basically the words we speak, whether they're to ourselves, within ourselves, whether we speak them out loud or in our mind, we're creating our life by them. The words we speak to others, we're creating those pathways and patterns. So watching out what you're saying and what you're speaking and what you're saying to yourself on a daily basis is a very good thing. So we just had our new moon cycle in Aries, and as you know, this is a fire sign, self-starter, and it is filled with passion and creativity, the desire to move forward, the desire to birth new life. Not always thinking about the end in mind, but that first burst of enthusiasm and that vision of, oh, it's going to bring me this. Which a lot of times our manifestations change along the way. So we do have that first burst, and we move forward to that. But a lot of times it'll change, which is okay. So, being that we're in the sign of Aries, and we just had that new moon, I decided I wanted to use my new cards. I got dragon cards. So, I'm going to use these. And as you know, the cards are a reflection of what energies are going on and what is going on in your own life right now. And cards are just kind of like a touchstone point. Okay? So, the first card that came about is Earth and Water Dragon. Creates the foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming. With new opportunities, nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. And here is the card. And as you can see, it's a green dragon. There's a little stream right by it. You have the colors of brown and green symbolizing the earth, and then you have the water right along it. And then you have the sky, and then also the moon, the dark of the moon. And notice that moon, it's a crescent. So either it's going away or it's just building the light right there. And being that we are in that first part where the light is beginning to grow, to me, this is symbolic of us moving from that dark phase that we just came out of. We're planting the seeds, and now we're beginning to grow the light. So what seeds have you planted this new moon? What seeds do you want to grow in your life? What desires do you have that you want to apply in this 30-day cycle? Or do you want to apply in this 12-month cycle until we come back around to Aries next year? Where do you want to put your passions? What do you want to bring to fruition at this time? I invite you to think about those. And one of the things I do every new moon is I choose 3 things that I'd like to bring about. Last month, I chose I wanted to travel, and I did. I ended up traveling to California. At the beginning of that month, it was just an idea, like, oh, this would be nice. And then I was like, I can do this. I can do this, and bringing it into actualization, bringing it into reality. And I did it. And so it happens. What you put your mind to and where you put your focus, you will accomplish with dedication and nurturing and holding that space for it. One of my friends had just talked about how having that passion is the first key, the desire, and then having that, holding it, that space with the faith about bringing it about, and then maintaining that hope as it moves into manifestation is very important. We know we need to hold it in our mind's eye and take steps and action steps to help it come into fruition. Okay? So this dragon, as you can see, is the earth and water dragon. Those are the receptive elements as opposed to fire and air. I'm just going to read a little something on here. Picking this card suggests it is time to start a new phase of life. Fresh opportunities may be presenting themselves to you. So be ready to nurture any ideas or visions that come to you. Let's see. The earth and water dragons will enable you to know intuitively what is right for you and to harness your creativity. They will help you to generate the right conditions to succeed. They will motivate you to put the necessary work, for this is an important step, and then you can harvest the abundance. Okay, so most importantly, they help you to take things lightly, so listen to your inner wisdom. The time for action is now. Where can you take that action? Okay. The next card that came up is the solar dragon, the golden solar dragon. So this relates to the light of the sun, and it's kind of cool because it's like once you plant your seeds, you need that sunlight to help them grow. So how can you bring that sunlight around and create that environment to nurture your plants, nurture yourself is what I'm really saying. Nurture your projects, nurture your creativity, nurture your endeavors. Whether it's, say you want a more toned, fit body, what can you do to do that? Can you go out and you walk? Can you run? Can you swim? Can you eat better? Drink more water? Apple cider vinegar and water. Some people hate that. But some people like it, It's always good. What can you do to detox and flush out your body? Or, you want to travel. Where do you want to travel to? Start writing things down. What's the best time of year to go? What are the plane flights that go there? Where do you need to leave from? Where can you looking to start staying? Okay, do you have any friends there? Are there guides? What action steps can you take to do that? How much money do you need? Write it all out so that you get basically a clear description of what that ticket is to go there. The universe goes, this is the ticket I need to get there. This is my permission slip. This is where I'm going. These are my requirements. Because the more you can bring it into form, the more you are actualizing, creating that reality in your life, that vision into form. Because when you are thinking of all those things and writing them out, you are involving all your senses in it. You're feeling it, you're thinking it. Maybe you're even like imagining what it will like smell like to be there. Like, Hawaii, it smells like flowers, I remember somewhere I used to live, it smelled like orange blossoms. I used to have a place where I came home and my jasmine plant was like flourishing. And I know like 15 feet away that it was all blooming because I could smell it. What is it that awakens your senses and brings you here now and brings it into the now? Because you're building that bridge between here and there. You're becoming the bridge between here and there. Okay? So the golden solar dragon, also it's on here, it says, helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. So as you know, we all have feminine and masculine sides. It makes up the whole. It's like the yin yang. And how can we utilize our masculine energy to support us and assist us, whether we're female or male? It says, let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. So first of all, how can we lead ourselves? How can we lead our own life into where we want to go? That's key, because once we do it in our own life, then we are automatically an example to others. So it's always, you have to do it for yourself, and then it's automatically, you're holding that space for others when you do it for yourself. So where can you be that leader? And also, as I was reading through the cards, I also got, okay, take some time to ask for new inspiration, ask for new downloads, ask for new places to go, to study, to be, so that you're creating something new that you didn't experience or think of before. I got that it's really important to bring in that new essence, that new, fresh vibrancy into your life right now. That's super, 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 super important. Okay? That's that golden dragon. So golden solar dragon, bring in that new frequencies, the new DNA, the new inspiration, the new energies into our lives, so that we can create new things that are positive and full of life, that maybe we don't know now that we want in the future. Let's see. Okay. And the next card is the orange dragon, which is interesting because it's kind of like the golden dragon, but it's the orange dragon. So orange relates, of course, to the chakra of your sacral chakra. This is your chakra of creativity. This whole reading is about creativity and creating what you want in your life. It says, this one's about bring soul families and communities together. So that's synergy, bringing that and those people together. Spread belonging, warmth, and oneness. Bring people everywhere together. So that's kind of interesting. Like once you find your own space and your own leadership, and where you're a leader in your own life, then you can go out into the world, and then you can share, and then you can like bring those connecting parties together, linking them together. And you can kind of see this dragon has like little balls of light coming out of his hands or her hands, and just kind of sharing, like sending them out. And she's on a bridge, so bridges of course are linking from one part to another, which is funny because I just said how to become your own bridge, right? Sometimes it's easier said than done, and other times it's just all in our head. Like once we can get past like the ego or the mind just trying to overcome us with, oh, well, that can't happen because of that, or that can happen because of that, oh, we can't do this because of that. It's almost like you just have to surpass all that and just like go for the end in mind. Of course, harmoniously and with integrity, but sometimes you just have to do that. So I'm going to read a little bit about the orange dragon. Let's see. When you pick this card, your guidance is to see the divine light in everyone. Look for the bonds that link you. The orange dragons will help you spread their light of warmth, welcome, and acceptance to all people, races, and cultures. Let that light shine through you. You will feel a sense of belonging and oneness, and your heart will open. This will help you to develop your abilities of higher manifestation. When you visualize people and animals of the world coming together in harmony, and acceptance, orange dragons will flood your vision with their light. Archangel Metatron himself will then take it to energize the plan for Earth. So hold the highest vision for the golden age that is being prepared, and do your part to bring your community and the world into spiritual accord. This is a message of higher peace. So really, this is kind of, you go from the creation point with the earth dragon and the water dragon to shining your own light and growing that in yourself and then sharing it with the world. Okay? So what are you growing right now that you can begin to shine and share? Maybe you're already growing something. Maybe it has yet to be grown. But just kind of keep this in mind, because this new moon point is not just, it's this 30 days, but it's also for the whole 12-month cycle until we get back around to Aries. So what do you want to grow? What do you want to change? What do you want to shift? This is a time of change right now. A big time of change. I can totally feel it. Things are changing all around for good. But part of the thing is, are we going with the flow or are we fighting against it? So I hope that this reading has served you well. And if you found it helpful and would like a personal reading, feel free to email me at contact@starilluminations.org, or you can private message me and I can send you the pricing for those readings. I do 15-minute readings, 30-minute readings, and then I also do a special astrological reading. So I hope you're having a wonderful day and a start to this new cycle in Aries, of the new moon cycle. We're finishing up with the sun cycle in Aries, so we only have a couple more days left of that sun in Aries, and then it's going to move into Taurus. So Taurus, of course, is the earthy, nurturing, motherly sign. That would actually relate a lot to this card, the Earth and Water Dragons, except Taurus isn't watery, it's more just earth. But it does have that sense of the soil is moist and ready for growth. Okay, so now that we've planted those seeds and it's been sparked with the fires of life, it'll begin to start to show shoots of growth. So, yes, I hope you have a wonderful day and wonderful week ahead. And again, if you like a reading, just message me. And other than that, I will see you next week. And big aloha.